Hey, have you heard of good news? Marcus Rashford got his mojo back. The 25-year-old is one of the most in-form players in the post-World Cup section of the 22-23 season. He's recently won Manchester United's Player of the Month award for January, and he's equaled Dennis Viollet's record for the most goals scored in consecutive home games, scoring in 9 games at Old Trafford in a row. So, Rashford's good again. How's it happen? In front of me right now on Tactics board is Manchester United's most common starting 11 last season. If you think about last season, the people who could pass the Marcus Rashford reliably were Bruno Fernandes, Luke Shaw when Luke Shaw was fit, Paul Pogba when Paul Pogba was fit. That was about it. Sometimes Victor Lindelof would do that big looping ball over the top for Marcus Rashford. Things weren't great. So what changed was Erik Ten Hag came in, and Erik Ten Hag spent the better part of 250 million to get in a bunch of brand new starting players and basically redo the entire 4-2-3-1. And as you can see, well, the spine of the team has completely changed. Out goes Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof, in comes Sandro Martinez and Rafael Varane, two much more mobile centre defenders who are a lot more comfortable with the ball at their feet. Luke Shaw is very good in terms of ball progression, very often offers overlaps and underlaps. Diogo Dalot has improved a lot, and in has come Anthony, who, I mean, he's still, in addition to this, oh boy! Some good central midfielders are here. Christian Eriksen is here, playing a sort of a 3-8 role. So he's playing in deeper midfield, but he's allowed to get forward and pass like a number 10. And Casemiro, oh my God, Casemiro, he's really good. He's just so complete. We'll do a Casemiro video later. But yeah, Casemiro's here, he's really good. Which means Manchester United as a whole can attack with way more numbers going forward and way more ways to get the ball to Marcus Rashford in his most dangerous areas. You may remember that when Marcus Rashford first made his debut in 2016 on Louis van Gaal gave him the number 39 because Van Gaal said every single striker at Manchester United needs to wear the number 9 in some shape or form. There's been loads of talk about whether or not Rashford is best off on the left-hand side, if he's best off up front, if he's best on the right, or even he can play on the 10. I think rather than think about the starting position, it's always best about his most dangerous finishing position, which is very much attacking space that other people have created for him. Marcus Rashford is best thought of as a dynamic ball-carrying forward. If he can get into that left half space, he's gonna do things. A good example of that can be found in a goal he scored against Nottingham Forest in the first leg of the League Cup semi-final. It starts off pretty innocuously. Casemiro passes to Marcus Rashford as Rashford is inside his own half and gets some chalk on his boots. In fact, he's so far left that you see this little thing here? That's the back of Erik Ten Hag's head. Hey, buddy. Anyway, Rashford picks up the ball and then he does what Marcus Rashford often does, which is go on a big old dribble down the left-hand side to access the left half space. Encounters two Nottingham Forest defenders, gives them the eyes, works inside and gets here. This is where Marcus Rashford is the most dangerous. It's that little bit inside from the left-hand channel. Now, seasons previous, Marcus Rashford would use his right foot and probably put the ball in the far post here. But this season, boom! Marcus Rashford goes with his left foot, hits it in the near post. Wayne Hennessy has no chance. This is a really good example of a player who has not only got the confidence of previous seasons, but is adding new things to his game. Now, seasons previously, he was having trouble getting into that left half space. What he tended to do is a number of tricks. A little bit of dribbles, a couple of nutmegs. And this season, while he's doing nutmegs, and buddy, he's still doing nutmegs. He's benefiting from players like Christian Eriksen, like Sandro Martinez, like Bruno Fernandes, like Luke Shaw, getting him the ball closer to goal. So what you've got in front is the shot locations of where Marcus Rashford likes to attack. Something I really want to contrast to is 2015-16, so Rashford's first ever season playing on a Louis van Gaal. You may remember, or you may not remember, after Rashford's debut where he scored 2 goals against FC Midtjylland, Louis van Gaal said at halftime he told Marcus Rashford to stand in between the width of the post. He said, you're doing too much. Stand in between the width of the post and the ball will come to you and you will score. And he went off and did it. In the seasons that progressed, Marcus Rashford moved away from these central areas as other strikers came in. You know, Ibrahimovic came in, Romelu Lukaku came in, Cristiano Ronaldo came in, Cavani came in, and Rashford moved more to left-hand side. Rashford was still playing not really as a winger, but as a secondary striker who wanted to cut inside and shoot, but he wasn't really receiving the ball as close to goal as he did in his first season. And then Erik Ten Hag's come in and reminded Marcus Rashford of where he's most dangerous. This United team is a lot better at dominating possession than they were in seasons previous. They are able to sustain pressure on opponents for much longer, and they're able to just play closer to their goal, which means Rashford, even though he starts on the left, is attacking the spaces in the penalty area, just like he used to back in the day. Louis van Gaal, Erik Ten Hag, Dutch managers, they know things. In addition to this, Marcus Rashford is just a lot more confident than he was in years previous, right? The team is working for him in a way that haven't worked in previous seasons. He's also feeling the benefits of having his first ever real preseason in ages. If you think about how in previous seasons Marcus Rashford was playing through ankle injuries, there was a point in time where he had a piece of bone floating in his foot. There was the time he had shoulder surgery. You say that 3 or 4 times. And he missed part of last season because he turned up in October. This is the first season where not only did he have a decent summer's rest, but he also had a preseason before the preseason. He went to Nike headquarters in Portland, reworked his body. Marcus Rashford now has a noticeably stronger upper body. So in seasons previous where he would either try and run around defenders or try and run under them by nutmegging them, this season, he's got the upper body strength to fend them off, as was evidenced in this moment, which will lead up to his goal against Wolves. So that's Marcus Rashford. He's still doing the things that made him very good in years previous, but he's adding new things to his game. He's able to now score with his left foot. He's now able to score headers. He's also now got a trademark goal celebration. I think that's pretty cool. So that's how Marcus Rashford got his mojo back. He's healthier, he's confident, he's playing in a team that has more passing options and able to get him the ball in more dangerous areas. And also when he's in those dangerous areas, he's able to do a lot more things. Long way to continue. See ya.
If you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. The Athletic is home to some of the world's best sports journalists, including journalists dedicated to each Premier League team, so every fan gets the coverage they deserve, not just the big clubs. And you can try it for free now for 30 days. See the link in the description.